10 frogs were sitting on a log and 7 decided to jump in. How many are left? Well, if you answered 3, you're probably wrong, because there's a big difference between deciding to do something and actually doing it. According to Forbes, only 8% of people who set New Year's resolutions actually achieve them. So what is the secret to better achieving your goals? Let's look at the science. The Boyatzis model of intentional change describes the essential components for desirable, sustainable change. And this is relevant to individuals, teams, and organizations. The key word here is intentional. For effective change to occur, it must be something that you want, not something that others want of you. According to Boyatzis, there are 2 psychophysiological states underlying effective problem solving and goal setting. And he calls them the positive versus negative emotional attractors. And you can think of these as being similar to the carrot versus the stick. Positive emotional attractors are associated with positive emotions and activate the default mode network in the brain, areas responsible for creativity and openness to new ideas. These are important in figuring out what it is that you want and what is possible, and help drive you towards this desirable future. Negative emotional attractors, in contrast, are associated with negative emotions such as anxiety, fear, anger, and disgust, and activate the task positive network in the brain. These are regions responsible for focused attention and dealing with the situation at hand. And like the stick, helps you avoid undesirable outcomes. Both of these states play an essential role in goal setting. We need to consider what is wrong, moving away from what we don't want, and what is possible, moving towards what we do. The Boyatzis model involves both of these states and consists of 5 discoveries that are essential for sustained change. The first discovery is an exploration of the ideal self. For example, given the best possible version of yourself, where would you like to see yourself in a year's time? This discovery requires optimism and openness to possibility. In other words, positive emotional attractors. The next discovery is an exploration of your current reality and consists of 2 parts. Firstly, again using positive emotional attractors, we explore your strengths. That is, in terms of this vision, what is currently working for you? Why do you believe this vision is possible? The next part is to identify the gaps. That is, what do you need to change or address? And in order to do this, you may have to utilize negative emotional attractors because you do need to focus on what is wrong. The third discovery involves turning these gaps into an action plan. What is it that you need to do in order to move forward? Start by focusing on only 1 or 2 objectives. What is the one thing that you could do that would have the biggest impact? The fourth discovery is experimentation and practice. We live in a complex world where we don't actually know what's going to work until we try. We need to experiment by doing. The fifth discovery is an exploration of resonant relationships. Ex-President Obama was recently at a restaurant with his wife, Michelle. And she mentions that this restaurant actually belongs to an ex-boyfriend of hers. And so he comments, just imagine if you married him, you could have owned this lovely restaurant. She replies, no, if I married him, he would have been president. The truth is, we don't achieve much alone. The fifth discovery is figuring out who can help, support, and encourage you on each step of this process. Rather than facing your goals alone, having resonant relationships are one of the most important keys to success. But like the other aspects of this model, it is a discovery process. You need to explore and experiment to figure out who works best in helping you. So that was a quick overview of the Boyatzis model of intentional change. I hope you found that useful. If you're interested in learning more tips from the field of positive psychology, please follow the link below to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.